for Skylar Killa-Wilhelm in the lineup. She's typically at the end, but has had a few struggles. So in the number 2 spot, she is so phenomenal on this event. Just working through a few just hiccups that she's had in the last few meets, super uncharacteristic. So she'll do a new flight series. Coming up here, she'll do a front aerial to back handspring.
And working on her MC, her mental choreography, adjusted her skills this week, get her back in rhythm. You're talking about last 4 meets, she's had some difficulty. Started fairly strong on beam this year.
So far, super clean. She has 2 combinations left, her leap series and then an acrobatic series. She has a gorgeous pitch front there. See her foot slipped a little bit, but use the arms to correct. She has a leap series here, which is where she struggled last week. None today. She'll do a side aerial to a back 1.5, so a blind landing.
All Pac-12 first team on beam last year.
Great job.
Recent struggles. Let's say she's back on the beam.
I would say she's back. Phenomenal job. So good for her confidence. Just the tiniest of hops there and the little maybe adjustment on her pitch front. We'll see that here. Just the tiniest of wavers. You can see her back foot pop off the beam, but did a nice job controlling it, not letting that throw her off. And her aerial to 1.5. Just the tiniest of hops. Excellent job going over that routine with Jen Llewellyn.
9.825 for Claire Dean.
I would say that one is a little low. I thought her landings were phenomenal.
And now Maddie Brunette at a 9.875 on bars, a 9.8 on vault. Last year's Pac-12 Women's Gymnastics Scholar Athlete of the Year. A biology major. She's a 3-time Scholastic All-American, also a past recipient of the Society of Women Engineers Pacific Northwest Section Award for achievements in science and math.
Watch this big first pass. She'll do some front tumbling in combination. Oh my gosh, so didn't get her feet underneath her enough. Super uncharacteristic error for her. Glad she's okay. She bounced right off of that, but sort of makes you lose your breath a little bit. You were talking about her academic prowess. She took the MCATs over the summer, is applying to med school.
Sports medicine or radiology.
So closes with a big double tuck, has to erase that first pass. Gorgeous, not a problem there. But you can tell she almost exhaled at the conclusion there. Just a really uncharacteristic fall. Let's take a look at it here.
How much of a deduction?
This is a 5/10 deduction, so she needs to rebound between these skills, and her feet just slipped, and she also didn't land in the correct position to be able to bound out of that. She usually does a 1.5 twist, but this double tuck, just flawless. Chest is up, lands perfectly. Really uncharacteristic routine that they'll want to drop.
And now Morgan Bulls, after the 9.775 by Skylar Killa-Wilhelm. Morgan Bulls, a senior for Washington from Las Vegas, had a 9.65 on bars. Part of the 9.75 on beam last Monday at Stanford. 3 days prior, she'd matched her career high 9.825 at Arizona.
She's been in and out of this lineup. She's done new skills this year. This combination right here is the most challenging for her. She'll do a side aerial to a back handspring. So has to smoothly transition from flipping sideways to flipping backwards. And wow, you could tell she was super off after the side aerial. Tried to cover up that wobble.
Super off is like 1 degree.
On beam, you have such a small margin for error. This is another difficult move for her. So at the last meet, a judge pointed out a start value issue that comes up right here. She'll do another side aerial, and she needs to do a jump into it and a jump out of it. So we'll see if she can add the split jump out of this. Right now, yep, nicely done. So she should start from a 10.
Thank you for pointing that out. It's remarkable.
It's really hard to keep adjusting your routines throughout the season. She's showing really great tenacity through this routine. And just the tiniest hop back on her gainer full. It's a new dismount for her as well. Great job for Morgan Bowles. So watch her flight series here. I mentioned you have to go sideways and then go backwards, and her back foot and her hip is facing sideways instead of facing straight down the beam, which is why she had that bobble, and then her shoulders were a little bit behind her on that dismount, didn't quite get the repulsion off of the end, so we'll have a bit of a deduction there.
8.475. So they want to scratch that one out. And now Brenna Nolt had a 9.95 on bars, a 9.85 on vault. Put up a 9.85 on floor last Monday after a career high 9.9 3 days before. Has worked hard on presentation. Sometimes she'll wink at the crowd or the camera.
Her presentation starts long before she salutes the judges. She's getting into character. Really uses her eyes to draw in the crowd, and here's her double pike to start. Excellent set, landed a little bit lock-legged. You want to see her absorb the floor a bit more.
NQS floor average 9.855. That's national qualifying scores.
Here's her front 1.5 twist, what we wanted to see from Maddie. Excellent.
That means her best 6 routines, 3 of which have to come on the road. Then you drop the high score and then average the remaining 5.
This is a challenging leap combination right there. A ring leap. On that ring leap, your foot needs to nearly hit your head to be in the correct position. And now a 1.5 front layout to close. Very smooth.
I don't know about you, but if my foot hit my head, something's really wrong. Can you still do that?
Oh, no. No. Phenomenal.
Brenna Nolt, just a sophomore, Rancho Cucamonga, California.
So she does a mix of front and back tumbling in this routine. You'll see she does this Rudy front with 1.5 twists. Very well landed. And then the last pass, 1.5 to the front layout. Very well landed. Super graceful. Good command of that routine.
Dia Moody getting some instruction from Jen Llewellyn prior to her beam routine. Morgan Bowles posted a 9.725. That's a 10th off of a 9.75 rather, 3/4 of a 10th off of her career high. And now Moody, the sophomore from Frisco, Texas, who had a 9.825 on bars. 10 days ago, career high 9.9 in Arizona. The other day, a 9.85 at Stanford.
And in the last 2 meets, she did a brand new flight series. She's in clubs. She did a back handspring 2 layouts.
And her head coach was surprised by it. She said,
it's up to Dia to decide what she does. So we'll see if she does 2 layouts in a row here or just 1. And she just does the 1. Jen Llewellyn trusts her so much and said she knows her gymnastics so well, but what Dia will need to do is add in a side aerial. So a beautiful leap connection there, but to start from a 10.0, she'll need to throw in a side aerial. So it takes a lot of mental gymnastics to adjust your routine on the fly. Looks like she's setting up for the side aerial now. correction on that split jump.
Imagine not just being up on that 4-inch wide piece of wood, but doing it in front of all these people. It's
Right.
remarkable.
And calling your own audible, adjusting your routine. Here's her dismount. Excellent job, tiniest of hops. What a beam worker, really confident, and the ability to trust herself, know her gymnastics. Really good job. I also wanted to call out the ribbons in their hair. It's not often that you see Huskies wearing green and yellow, red. They're celebrating Black History Month today.
Tara Lynn Wynn getting set to go with her floor routine. After the 9-9, a career high tying 9-9 for Brenna Knoll.
Very well deserved.
And now Wynn, who had a 9.75 on vault, has a pair of 9.875s here in her freshman season on floor, including last week. She can really fly, and the crowds love her performances.
Get ready for this first pass. She does a double layout. It's where you could walk underneath the somersaults. She's so high, even though she's not 5 feet tall.
4'9", she asked her head coach, "Am I the shortest gymnast in NCAA?" And Tabitha says, "You might be."
Check out this double layout. Huge, great landing. Has so much power. Really working on her performance quality, bringing in her teammates, the judges, the crowd.
Well, kiss for the crowd. Had a very difficult routine at the club level. They've dialed it back here. She's doing it every week, and they want it to be clean while still meeting all the requirements.
Yep, she can do a third pass. She'll just do 2 today. She'll do a 2.5 twist to a front pike right here. She really needs to get the timing right. Takes just 2 steps into it, and then a gorgeous job. That is one of the hardest tumbling passes being done in combination, and then drops the mic to end the routine. Just stunning, yeah, in club, and then they throw her up to celebrate.
Tara Lynn Wynn, the freshman for Stanford.
Here
What a
her,
great career she has ahead of her.
yeah, her 2 passes. She starts with this massive double layout. Little bit of knee form is the only thing I see wrong there. And then watch, she takes 3 steps into this tumbling pass. Shows you just how technically sound she is. And just so springy. In club, she had her 3rd pass, which was a full twisting double back to conclude that. But Tabitha Yim says she doesn't need to do that much difficulty right now.
Lana Navarro getting set to go after the 9.775 for Dia Moody. And now Navarro, sophomore for Washington from Laverne, California. Her sister Lauren was a gymnast at Stanford the past 5 years and is here to watch.
Yeah, last year at the Seattle Regional that saw Stanford make a deep run. Her parents, one of them was wearing a Stanford shirt, one of them was wearing a UW shirt as the 2 competed together. Now she'll do a triple series, 2 back handsprings into a layout right to the end of the beam.
Beautiful.
Needed all 16 feet to fit that in. She's had a few uncharacteristic wobbles the last few meets. Chest forward just a little bit on that switch side lead. But looks to be regaining her confidence so far. Just a full turn before her dismount.
Dad Edward, Mom Nina, Sister Lauren all here to watch today.
Here is her 1.5 twist dismount. See if she can find the blind landing. Just a tiny hop back. Excellent job.
And there they are in the middle. That's Sister Lauren, Mom Nina, Dad Edward as well.
There they are watching. So exciting to get to the end of that beam routine. Breathe out. Know that she has hit a phenomenal job.
Lana Navarro. Anna Roberts getting set for her floor routine after the 9.875 for Tara Lynn Wynn, matching her career high. Anna Roberts' family is here as well. She's from Seattle Prep and Metropolitan Gymnastics. Parents Neil and Teresa, and sister Laura, who was a soccer player here at Washington, 2018 to 2021, and her parents wanted Anna to be a soccer player too, but they got her in gymnastics, age 4. Let's watch her first tumbling pass here.
Does this Rudy in combination like Maddie Burnett. Excellent job. Good straight body on that Rudy. Sometimes they pipe down.
First day coming home from gymnastics. She gets up on the coffee table, 4 years old, does a flip off the coffee table, breaks her elbow. That was day 1 of gymnastics. Things have gotten better for Anna Roberts.
Wow. Showed some persistence, didn't let that get her down. She's a big reason that Maddie Burnett decided to stay for her 5th year. They were very close in club, went to the same club, the same high school.
Club team, Metropolitan Gymnastics, Seattle Prep, just scratching the surface with Anna. She was sick in the preseason, didn't get to train much until winter break.
This is a big double tuck to close. Excellent landing, really good job showing control there.
Already a pair of 9.9s and a great floor routine for Anna Roberts coming back home.
Yeah, really performing above her freshman year. Shows such control of her gymnastics. She's been over 39. You can check out her parents watching, mom recording, celebrating.
That's her sister Laura on the right. Just my mom who's standing up recording, Mom Teresa and Dad Neil. Kennedy Davis set to anchor things on beam for Washington after the 9.9 for Lana Navarro that matches her career high. And now Davis, the redshirt senior, had a 9.75 on ball. Has been in all but one beam lineup this year. Last week, a season low, 9.65. So she'll be looking for a bounce back. 3 weeks ago, a season best, 9.875.
She's one that Coach Llewellyn said has 9.9 potential, does it every day in practice. She'll do a triple series here, just like we saw from Lana Navarro. 2 back handsprings, right into a layout. Tiny adjustment of the shoulders there.
Still a remarkable skill.
Really challenging. And not, you know, you only have to actually connect 2 elements in a row. So she's showing her difficulty by adding the extra ones.
There's no D scores in college, no difficulty scores like you get in elite international gymnastics. Does that help her connecting 3 instead of 2?
It does give her an extra 10th of bonus. So you'll notice she doesn't do an additional flip somewhere. You'll see a lot of front aerials and side aerials, and she doesn't need to do that by doing the 3 series. So she'll dismount the beam right now towards Jen Llewellyn. Her round off 1.5. Nails the landing. Excellent job. And finally, a beam rotation for the Huskies. 6 up, 6 hit routines. Excellent job by Kennedy Davis.
And did they ever need that?
Absolutely. So watch this series. She'll fight for the layout. Drops the left shoulder just a little bit right there. And Jen Llewellyn is always standing at the end of the beam, making sure that if her gymnasts see her while on the beam, she is a cheerleader for them and throwing up the arms in celebration of that stuck landing.
Kennedy Davis. Excellent work. A 9.9 for Anna Roberts. She has 3 9.9s, and she is on track for her best all around here in her freshman season. And now Katia Sander, only time we'll see her today. Performed on floor in both meets last week. The first 2 floor appearances of her career. 9.65 followed by a 9.85. Capitalized on her opportunity here in her redshirt freshman season. She loves to perform.
You could tell that sassy walk out there. She wants the judges to know she's here to dance, she's here to perform. They don't start judging until she throws her hands up. But just really making her presence known. She doesn't have the most difficult tumbling, but makes up for it in performance quality. Good switch side half. Nice extension of that straddle. Do a double tuck here. Chest down and that step forward. Those two things will be a deduction.
Katia Sander, redshirt freshman from Kentucky. Sister Sasha was a gymnast at University of Missouri, 2014-2015.
A really fun routine. Knows how to find the camera, make the eye contact with us, along with the judges and the crowd.
That was Katia Sander, redshirt freshman for the Cardinals.
And wow, Kennedy Davis, 9.95, new career high to close out that Huskies beam rotation that they definitely needed.
Yeah, 9.95, her career high by half a tenth. Excellent work by Davis and the Dogs for their beam rotation. 3 rotations down and 1 to go from here at Alaska Airlines Arena.
The sleep number